Okay, good afternoon. 8th of November 2025. We'll start with the Nifty. It has done pretty well. This was the trend line which I had drawn earlier, and it is uh, already taken support at this point of the trend line. Okay. So, hopefully, coming week, we may see some movement up that this way, or we may see some movement which is maybe this way in consolidation zone and then a breakout. So that only next week we'll come to know what the movement is done by the Nifty. But it seems that this was a major support here. This is also a support of the 20 days moving average. So it is coinciding with the trend line. So this is the analysis of Nifty. Bank Nifty also is doing pretty well. There is no issues with the Bank Nifty. Yeah. So here also it is trying to just move up. So coming week will exactly tell us what we can expect. Uh, to start with the stocks, Coffee is something which I had earlier purchased. I sold it when my stop loss was hit, and now again I am eyeing this particular stock. The reason is simple. This was the place from the it made its high. It started its journey. It went down, came on top, and broke this support here at this point. After that, it went up and was consolidating in this zone. Now, what has happened is that I'll just zoom it. Yeah. Now, what has happened is that this stock is now over this particular zone and it is resting over this zone. So, this line which we see that is one around 160.40. This is now a very good support for this particular stock. And on top of that, these volume which is there, this is much better volume compared to any of the volumes which we have seen here. So I foresee that this stock will do well. In fact, to be precise, the target again, the target will be the basic target which we usually do is from here. We just focus it up to here. So it'll be 190. This is what I'm hoping that the target should be 190. And but then we must keep a track of this particular company because the company results also have come and it has come quite good. Everything will go for the toss if 160 is broken from down. So this is one stock which is on my radar. Coming to the other stocks which I am invested in, Chola Mandalam Finance. Again, this is a monthly chart pattern. Any monthly chart pattern, you can see that it is moving up only. So weekly chart pattern, if you see the weekly chart pattern again, this was the previous high. Subsequently, it tried to break the previous high here, and now it has broken the previous high, and now it is settling here. So you can see clearly that somewhere in September 24, it tried to break. It tried to break right from May, June, July. Nothing happened. But now it has broken in the week of 20th October. The next week, 27th October, it was strong, and now it is sitting on this particular line. So this clearly shows that monthly chart pattern and weekly chart pattern is strong. And when we come to the daily chart pattern, even that will obviously be strong. Coming to the daily chart pattern here. So we can see the strength. This was tried to be broken. This was again tried to be broken, and now it is sitting on top of it when the week has gone by. The result was okay, nothing so great, but the strength is there in the chart. Radico, I'm not holding Radico, but it is having a beautiful chart pattern. In place of Radico, I have invested in Tilaknagar Industries. This is a zone wherein the stock can move up and down, but now the last week it was showing some positive sentiments. So if this level of 530 broken, we can expect good strength in the particular sector. Acutaas Chemical, again, one of my favorite companies because not because it has given me a good run up, but it is doing quite well. It moved right after the result came somewhere here. So it moved, came down, but now again it's moving. So it should consolidate in this particular zone. and should do well. Nika, it is on a danger zone. The trend is moving average. It has taken support here. It is taking support here also. So coming week we'll come to know what is the uh, story of this stock, how it plays. Results are not so good. If this zone is broken, the 20 is moving average, I will exit. This is not on my radar. Arihant Capital results were poor. This line is a danger zone. If this is broken, I will exit. I may move my money out of Arihant Capital because here it was consolidating. Here also it is consolidating. So it is quite a tedious, time it is being in this regular zone. Zentek, I'm not buying it. Wari is one stock wherein the stop loss, it is very near to the stop loss. That is the 50-day moving average, and again this particular line. If this is broken below at this point 3220, I will exit. So the chart pattern will get spoiled. Wink Coffee, as I told you. Unicom, I'm not holding it. So Russian Chemical, I was holding it. I exited at this point, which I would drawn, and after that you can see the drawdown. RPL is another stock which I have, but not much of quantity. The previous high time was the highest zone was this one. It is now sitting on this particular high zone. And with the markets even not performing so great day for yesterday and before that, but still the stock is just not ready to come down. So you can imagine the strength in the stock. A good sector. Precall is I was holding Precall. In fact, I'm holding Precall. It did a very good circuit because of this volume which has come. Now, what will happen? Most likely, the stock may come down a little bit here, take some support, and then move. So, next week, we will again keep a track on Precall. Hero Motocorp again is on a danger zone. If this is broken, I will exit. Time Technoplast again is a danger zone for me. If this is broken, I will exit. And if the stock moves above this particular zone, above this zone, then I will enter again. Poshak, I have sold all my holdings. AB Capital, another beautiful stock. I must say the weekly chart pattern is so it is showing strength week by week. The stock is showing strength. I expect a target of 441. So let us wait and watch whether we can achieve this particular target. In fact, if you see closely, the stock moved up, came down, took support, and then it gave a very good run up. So the volume when it was moving up, you can see this volume and this volume, and similarly this volume the last week and this volume. So volume wise the stock is moving up, so I'm sure that this stock will do well and it will be a long term story for this particular stock to move this way. Ace, I'm not holding. I exited somewhere at this point when this was broken. Avantel, I'm not holding. Canes, I'm holding, and it is on a danger zone. I'm holding quite a lot of quantity on cut to cut basis. I just hope that this level not broken. If this is broken, I will exit. NetWeb last week it did well. It took a bounce back. I bought some more quantity, and I'm hoping that just a minute, this trend line. Yeah, I'm hoping that this portion are broken, and I hope that just because of this good candle, the stock should move up this way. So let us see what happens on Monday. Okay, now we are back to crypto market. So yes, this is what is my analysis of the stock. Uh, One thing I want to tell about one of the stock which is on my radar. I'll show you the monthly pattern. You'll understand why I'm looking at this regular sector. This is HAG Limited. Somewhere in Feb 17, it gave a run up. That time I was still learning. It gave a run up of almost 1500%. Okay. After that, the stock fell down, and now it is trying to move and it is trying to break this zone and try to break this zone again. If you see the weekly pattern, you will understand what I'm trying to tell here. This is a weekly chart. This was a zone it tried to break. It tried to break again this zone, but so if you see that, just a minute. So this zone, which is this level, 509, this was not broken here. Subsequently, it was not broken here, but then it broke here and here. So after this, my next target is that if the stock moves above 620, that is above this zone, I will enter. because if the stock is moving above this particular 620 target, it means that the stock is having gaining some strength. So this is one stock I'm eyeing, and the return before it goes to all-time high, we can expect almost 60% return. So let us wait and watch. But this is one stock I'm eyeing, that is HAG Limited. Yeah, so that's it. This is the weekend analysis. Have a great week ahead.